it's just that 45 homes were self-assessed, and that's the important part to remember here, that it is self-assessed. So that could mean we could be getting under-reporting here. So when you look at 2,515 homes vacant and only 45 self-assessed, that's showing you that there is a major issue here with the vacant tax home, and it needs teeth. It needs to have to be enforced, and housing advocate groups are calling for this as well. So daily we would have people in the office saying that they can't get a home. And when you look at the figures, like there was in February this year in Clare, there's 106 informal emergency accommodation. So that doesn't include those, and the hidden homeless as they're called, those couch surfing, those cramped in box rooms, in overcrowding conditions, in shared accommodation. And if they see these every day, they see vacant homes. And it's heartbreaking for them. And it's heartbreaking when they come in and see that there's a vacant home, but it's been left to run to rack and ruin, and we can't even get a home. So we need to see this reform. We need to see people being housed. We have, over the country, over 5,000 children and homeless, and that's just shocking. And to see all these vacant houses, 70,000 across the country, sure, look, across the state.
Do you suspect that habitable homes are slipping through the cracks in Clare?
They would be. I would because of the nature of it being self-assessed, I would suspect that. And I think that because the VHT, so that vacant property tax, does not apply to properties that are derelict, it could mean that people could be out there leaving homes just to let fall into disrepair so that they don't have to pay the tax. So there could be that issue there, and that's a serious issue as well.
Because we do see in County Clare that the Kilrush LEA has the highest rate of vacancy at 6.8%, and then digging into the electoral districts, we see townlands like Furore, Clare, Mullock, Knockaboli, Rahona, Culmeen, like all fairly rural places where you couldn't imagine that there would be too many fit-for-purpose habitable homes lying there waiting for somebody to occupy them. These are most likely, in some cases at least, places that, as we say, have fallen into disrepair.
Yeah, I mean, those figures are shocking when you think about it. And it's in those rural areas you'll probably see more people on the housing list longer because there's less houses for them. So we would have people that come and just from out in West and North Clare that are on the housing list years and years and years. And there's just nowhere for them, and to have to walk past these, it's an insult for them to have to walk past these kind of vacant homes, knowing and probably dreaming in some cases that could be a home for them. And it really does need something, it does need to be, these shouldn't be left to rot in our communities. And we do need to penalise these people that are allowing this to happen, particularly in this housing crisis.
And you use the word penalised there. Obviously, the point of the Vacant Homes Tax, much like the derelict sites levy, is to incentivise property owners to bring their premises back into use, back into the market. So on that note, how would you like to see the system altered? What changes would you like to see made to ensure that the Vacant Homes Tax is fit for purpose?
So you need to have a compounding tax on vacant property. So you would start off with 1% of the house's value and increase that by 50% every year. So every year it'll go up and up, and every year, it'll mean that the longer you leave it derelict, the more tax you're going to end up having to pay on it. But it also needs enforcement, and the fact that it's self-assessed is alarming when you look at those low figures that have come in. I know that in every county and in Clare we have a very active vacant property person on the ground, and they are very active, but one isn't enough. There has to be a team of people out there looking at this, because there is so many of them that one person probably is overwhelmed by the amount of work that's out there. So we need a whole team, because once you get them back in, then it'll be easier then to just keep an eye on ones coming on stream as they come on. But it really does need something to be done.